Yeah, I have put the recording and I'll share the
Yes.
video with
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that will be nice so that other stakeholders who have not been able to join, they can also see this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
so if you can just
Go
tell
ahead.
me, a little bit about your institution, Dr. Rajaya, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is a 21 years old institution, 22 years old institution.
Okay.
Al College of Engineering and Technology is established in 2001
Yes.
with an intake of 180, each branch having 60-60, CSE, ECE, EEE.
Okay.
Now our intake is 870 undergraduation and 120 MCA, 60 MBA, and 7 MTech programs.
Okay.
In CSE discipline, we have 2 MTechs programs, so software engineering and computer science, general computer science.
Okay.
And in ECE, we have embedded systems and VLSI design, and power electronics and power systems in EEE, and structural engineering in civil engineering.
Great.
And we have 2 more emerging branches, artificial intelligence and data science.
Very good. And where are you based? Where are you based?
Sir,
Where are you based? I mean, where are you located?
this is in Godur. Right now, this is in Tirupati district, Lord Balaji.
Very good. Excellent. So
Yes,
great,
Tirupati district in Andhra Pradesh.
very nice.
Yes,
And
sir.
so now you have
And our college is autonomous from 2013 onwards.
great.
Now we're running 2 curriculums, 2 regulations like R18 and R20 regulations.
Okay. So you are basically AICTE governed institution, right?
Yes, our autonomous is AICT forwarded autonomous.
Okay.
And one more thing, rightly we have NBA for 3 branches, inception branches like CSE and CSE, EEE, and electronics and communication engineering, and NAC A+.
Very
One
good.
of the institution in our state, 5 A+ institutions in the second cycle. That 5 one among 5, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So very good. Thank you very much for providing those valuable insights. So altogether, you must be having about 4,000 to 5,000 students now, right? To total strength.
Yes, 5,000, around 5,000.
Okay. I'll quickly take you through the presentation and then I will try to give you the demonstration of our tools so that it gives you a much better understanding. And
Yes,
then
sir.
followed by questions and answers from your side. So I'll
Yes,
try
sir.
to see, first 10 minutes for the presentation, then about 20-25 minutes for the tools that we have, and then followed by the questions that you may have. Is that fine? Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Please carry on.
Yeah. Just 1 second. All right. So very good afternoon to both of you, and thank you very much for joining at such a short notice today. My name is Praveen Rajpal. I'm the founder of World Innovation Next Private Limited. In short, we call it WIN. And we are basically the market leaders for developing the digital innovation and incubation ecosystem, not only in India, but all over the world. It's really caught up like anything now. And the whole idea that we have over here is to empower all the higher education institutions with the cutting edge tools so that they can accelerate their innovation, startups, and growth at scale, speed, and cost efficiency. So we are basically completely, talking about the digital transformation of the innovation and incubation programs. And we are basically the pioneers, you can say, of the digital incubator and accelerator, which is at least about 100x more powerful than the physical incubators today. And basically, it gives you the access of the entire global innovation ecosystem in a click of a mouse. So, whether you want to look for the opportunities or connect with technologies or, markets or industry and investors, everything is available to you at a click of a mouse. And it's a game-changing edtech that we have created now here in India, which provides an end-to-end incubation platform, a plug and play on any digital device. So which means the students can access this on their PCs, on their smartphones, on their tabs. The idea is that how do we democratize innovation and entrepreneurship in a much bigger way? Because you've got 5,000 students today. And imagine if you have to recruit the faculty to train this subject, what the NEP wants today, it is going to be a very, very expensive proposition for a college like you, right? So we created a whole platform which not only it develops the innovations and startups, it helps the institutions in democratizing the innovation and the entrepreneurship skills, which are so important today, even from the job perspectives. So this is what is the whole idea we have here. And we have received some of the best awards, I would say, internationally and in the country. Ranked number 1 by the Thinkers 360 of USA. And in December 2022, we got the CII and Tata Communication Digital Transformation Award for the most innovative practice. The idea of forming this company was to end all the challenges of the HEIs. The shortage of faculty is one of the biggest challenge. The cost of faculty is one of the biggest challenge. And of course, the disconnect with the industry. How can we end that? And within a very short span of time, we have earned the trust of some of the most reputed institutions, I would say, which includes the lovely professional university, Birla Institute of Technology, BITS, the ACIC group, the recently, the ACIC and CBIT in Hyderabad, who has referred us to you, many other institutions now. So the tools of this digital incubator and accelerator. So we provide 6 cutting-edge tools, which can be accessed over a cloud platform on any PC or any kind of a smartphone that you have today. The first tool we provide is called iWin. iWin means the Integrated World Innovation Network, which connects the industry and the academia together. I think this is one of the biggest things that we have done. So we created the world's largest open innovation network, because innovation from closed innovation has shifted to become open innovation now. And the students can really discover their next, $1 billion idea. They can explore the innovation ecosystem for the needs, for the challenges, and the endless opportunities. But the biggest advantage of this iWin is that it connects you with the next generation of stakeholders. Hundreds of corporate venturing companies, they have earmarked billions of dollars to invest in the next startups. While our students are looking for money, for scale up, these corporate venturing companies are looking for the ideas. The next is we connect them with hundreds of corporate accelerators. These accelerators are helping the innovators with mentoring, prototyping, commercialization, market access, funding, and scale up. So this connectivity was completely missing, so we bridged the gap. The second tool we provide is called Ideate. Ideate is basically the innovation rubrics to change the way the students think today in a playful manner. It's a gamification of ideation, actually. For your hackathons, for your ideathons, for idea competitions. Imagine when the students are playing with a Rubik's Cube and creating new permutations and combinations of ideas. So when you talk about developing cognitive flexibility of the students and to take them out of the rote method, which just tells them to memorize, these tools are really helping them, and inspiring the next generation to play, have fun, and create, the breakthrough permutations and combinations for the ideas. The third tool that we provide is the most important resource. It is a collection of, it is called iStart, the guided mind maps. The students don't have to create their mind maps. So we have completely converted the haphazard process, which was there, into an automated process now. So right from the ideation stage to the stage of funding, the students have to simply click on the idea prompts which are given on the guided mind maps, discover their ideas and convert their ideas into a viable business model. So this is what is the whole platform that we provide. So this reduces a great amount of dependence on the teachers, the faculty, and whatever time the teachers and the faculty save, they can actually spend their time in proper mentorship. So no need for hiring any kind of an additional faculty for training your 5,000 students. Provide them with the platform, and the results are obviously visible. The guided mind maps help the students at every stage, right from need identification to problem resolution to designs to creating smart products in technology applications, in business model, go-to-market, and fundraising. This is basically the guided mind maps part 1. The part 2 of the guided mind maps is basically for EDP, MDP, co-innovation, and corporate consulting. So we have given you at least about 50 to 60 guided mind maps for Industry 4.0. How do we create a technology-driven, growth in an industry today? And the second thing is the market-driven growth. So there are, 30 more sectors, and, how do you create innovation which is completely, market-driven, which can create their future growth and innovations in functions. These mind maps will help the students who want to take up their jobs. Today the industry is struggling a lot. They do not know how we should actually go forward and innovate. These guided mind maps will provide students with great ideas so that when they join these organizations tomorrow, they can actually guide them, and which helps them in getting some quality jobs in the best organizations. So when you talk about the placements, when you talk about internships, when you talk about some great quality jobs which are missing today, these kind of guided mind maps will help you over there. The fourth tool that we provide is called ISS. This is an assessment tool to validate the power of an idea. I think 90% of the startups, they fail because students rely on their intuitions. It's not that. So an objective method of doing a self-assessment of your own idea that you have created. So power of the idea, the power of your startup, if you want to go for the funding, whether you will get the funding or not, all that can be assessed in the beginning itself. So this enables the students and faculty to fine-tune their startups for funding, to measure, to analyze, to improve and evolve, and to make a pivot if it is required. Everything on their own, self-paced. I mean, that is the best part of it. It's all DIY, do it yourself. We provide the iMaster, which is the masterclass series, so that the students can understand better from the videos. So every template of ours has got the video sessions for them to understand innovation and entrepreneurship in a much better way. And the last but not the least is called iPresent. The ready-made presentations are there. The ready-made templates are there for pitch decks, for business plans, for business models, pricing strategies, because we realize the students are not very good in their presentation skills. So how is it that they convert their business ideas and simply put those ideas into the ready to make templates which are provided there? The whole idea is to accelerate your innovations and startups. And of course, ARIA today talks about developing innovation and entrepreneurship mindset in all the students. They don't say only a few students, right? Because they say that is the enabler. So since you are an autonomous institution, I think you can integrate many of the tools that we have for your teaching and learning, MBAs in innovation and entrepreneurship, short-term programs, many other programs. So you can develop your infrastructure, convert the existing computer labs into the innovation and the design centers and startup labs, etc. AICTE has a mandate that every student, he must spend at least about 16 to 20 weeks on the innovation and entrepreneurship projects, and for which they're given 20 credits. These tools are going to be extremely helpful, I think, for all your students who are into their BTech, and they have, right from year one, they have four such projects that they have to complete, right from ideation to the series of funding. So this is basically the overall advantage that we provide to all the institutions, where they can also use the tools for generating many long-term, short-term programs, EDP, MDPs. They can, while we only charge one-time subscriptions, you can charge subscription from students on a per annum basis. You have a large student base. So 5,000 students, even if you charge 1,000 rupees per annum, you can easily have an innovation fund of 50 lakhs per annum. That's the beauty of it. And so you can maximize your revenues through various programs like, consultancy, new admissions, BBA, etc. And the overall advantages are there on your screen. So a very, very powerful package that we provide, which maximizes your innovation rank, and takes you to the next level. So before I begin my presentation on the tools, if there is any question that you have at this stage, I'll be very happy to answer.
Thank you, Rajpal sir,
Yeah.
for introducing nice tools for us. So here, let me ask you some doubts of mine.
Yeah.
Now, suppose if a student comes with an idea,
Mm.
so can we test its ability or its success in your tool?
Yes. I think when I show you the presentation on the tools, I will be able to answer your question over there. So right now, what I'm saying is, if there is anything that you want to know at this presentation stage, you can ask me. Otherwise, I can proceed for giving you the demonstration of the tools.
Okay. And how many types of business models you are going to provide for testing the business model of students' ideas?
Yeah, all those questions, we can answer to you in the tools when I show you the tool demonstrations.
Okay. Can you show it now?
Yeah, I can show you. I just
Okay.
wanted to ask if Dr. Rajaya has any questions, then I can proceed. Okay. So,
Sir?
yes.
Rajesh sir?
Hello?
Yeah. Rajesh sir. You please go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. So as I told you that I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. The most important tool which is connected to all the tools is called the guided mind maps. Now, these guided mind maps are in the ideation phase, in the product design phase, in developing smart products, technology startups, competition SWOT, developing business models, go-to-market strategy, raising funds from corporate venturing companies. Okay. So if I go and click on a mind map on, let us say, how do I identify a global challenge today? And, how do I resolve a challenge today? You can see the guided mind map on your screen, right?
Yes.
It is completely guided step by step. It is a process-driven approach. So first of all, what we are telling is that you must know what the global challenge is. So this is connected to our World Innovation Network platform, and it takes you there. And so you can see that the global challenges of 2023 for all the companies about the various challenges that they're facing are here on your screen. So if I really want to go and see the challenge of Unilever, I can just go in one click and see that. So you can see various challenges that Unilever has posted. Regenerative nature, the waste-free world, positive nutrition. Depending on my passion, let us say waste-free world. I can see that, there are so many challenges that they have over here. They're looking for a sustainable packaging in ice cream. Very simple idea, right? But $1 billion idea because the market research is already done here. I don't have to brainstorm to find out as to what should be the innovation that I should be thinking about. So this is, I think, a great power of the entire package. You can find out the challenges of various companies, but not just that. How do I explore the needs of hundreds of corporate accelerators? See, innovation has become an external game today. Every company today is basically has outsourced their innovation and their startups to venturing to the external world. Now you see, every industry, FMCG, automotive, pharma, these are links that we have created, in our World Innovation Network. So if I want to see FMCG industry, I can see accelerators by the FMCG industry. Nestle, for example, PepsiCo, Coke, they've got so many needs today. Or Procter and Gamble, I can simply go and click on this and see what are the challenges that Procter and Gamble is looking for today. What are their innovation challenges? So there's no middle person required. And this is what I say is open innovation is in action. So you can see they need fabric care innovations. They need innovations in oral, personal, and family care, beauty and grooming. Our students must know what are the challenges. Not only do they know the challenges, they also know who is going to be my customer, whom can they sell this. So if you click on the oral personal, you again find that there are a list of various challenges that they've given there. I think this is the power of this whole package, and this keeps on continuously updating. So they're needing, let us say, diagnostic technologies for healthcare today. Anybody who's passionate about this can simply go here on the mind map, and he can, simply go and copy and paste that idea on the mind map. This is the problem identification. The main thing about any startup is to discover the next $1 billion opportunity. And if I want to just write the name of the customer, I can simply write the name of the customer as PNG so that I know that, this is the problem that I got from that industry. I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So it is so fast. I think the best part of this whole package is that it connects you with the globe, with the world, to find out the challenges that you need to work on and create quality startups, rather than, trying and create startups, which do not have too much of a market product and a market fit. That's a big challenge. And that is why 99%, 95% of the startups, they give up, when they proceed further. So identifying the discovery. The next is, what do I do next? Is the systematic approach which is provided for all the students. So what do you think is the cause of the problem? The student have to simply expand the mind map with their own information. That's all. The questions are there. Why do you think the problem is there? Where it is happening. So they can expand all these, and simply, with their information, they can expand these mind maps. And the next is I need to resolve this. How do I resolve this problem that I have? So basically, I go to various ways of thinking. Now, if I say creative thinking, it opens for me a new mind map, right? So supposing, you talk about out-of-the-box thinking, but what is out-of-the-box thinking? The video over here explains to you the meaning of out-of-the-box, and then every node which is here, it gives you the examples of what is to be done. So for example, it says that, challenge that the things must be done in a certain way. We take it for granted that the things will be done in a certain way. So if he has any idea of challenging that belief, he has to simply say that, no, I want to do it in a very different way. How do you challenge assumptions? I mean, there was an assumption that you have to cut the animal to make the meat. But now Impossible Foods has made this possible with the plant-based, meat products. So we have given the examples at every node for the people to understand that what does it mean. That makes the students to come up with some great ideas. The meaning of divergent thinking. So how can you basically diverge in multiple disciplines? You can just start the video, and here are our digital avatars.
Process or creative strategy that involves generating a wide range of potential ideas, solutions, or possibilities in response to a particular problem or challenge.
Okay, so they can actually see this, and then they can see, what are the various ways and the examples which are given over here of, transportation and the divergent thinking. I hope you're getting my point, Dr. Enami.
Yes. Sir.
Right. So every node is basically asking him to come up with the ideas. So how do you make a choice of the divergent thinking? By identifying the risk and the advantages. How do you determine the best action that you have, evaluate the feasibility of that? It's very, very important for them to look into every aspect of creative thinking. I think India is a land of frugal innovations, but many people are still not able to define it. So there are 9 ways that a frugal innovation is possible today. I mean, you are in Tirupati and there are many, many areas, in which frugal innovations can happen. I was seeing the other day that, the girl actually went to Tirupati temple and, collected the hair which was donated by the people, and he started a business of, beauty and the hair, the wigs that she created from there. So, I mean, how do you create new applications? How do you, create wealth out of waste? So these are all examples, which are given over here, the new applications, for example. So the Chennai-based Arun Prabhu created, and he was in the limelight because he made a mobile home on an auto rickshaw, which Anand Mahindra is investing now. So your students, when they see this, they really get, because students need examples, they need triggers. And these things, they provide them with the ready triggers at every node. They get to know as to what has to be done. The unconventional thinking. How can I become unconventional? So the rules, I mean, the unconventional part says that you please break the rules. Every example tells you an industry which has broken the rule. So the standard restaurant rule was dining only inside the restaurant. So McDonald's, they broke the rule and said, let's create a drive-through so the people can come inside from the roads. So as you click on every part, it opens up the mind for stimulating a new idea. Then there is design thinking, technology thinking, and the innovative ideas that you come out on the first mind map. This is the output that we want. How would you make things faster, better, simpler, cheaper, greener, etc.? And if you want to further go and say as to what does it mean, it expands into a new mind map and say, how do you improve upon the features and functionality? And there was one question that you asked, is it possible to find out the future worth of an idea that a student has created? So how can I do an idea validation? So every mind map, it will basically open up the new prompts for a student to, think about those aspects. I mean, is it desirable, feasible, and viable? Okay, if it is financially viable, is this really scalable? Because that is where I think most of the startups, they falter. They cannot assess the scalability, the sustainability, and the compatibility with the modern trends. And so we have provided them with a complete scorecard. So before they actually take up the next steps and waste their resources, there is no time to waste the resources now or fail. So here is where they can assess the power of their idea. All they have to do is, if they're tackling a very big problem, instead of 7 marks, they get the 10 marks, which is the global problem. Here you can see that they have got a very the product is not environment friendly. So if they make it highly environment friendly, their score really increases. These are very, very important areas. Now, competition, for example, is moderate. Now, if the competition is intense, they just get 3 marks. The total marks over here tells them it's 60 is an average. That, I think it's a high risk and the whole idea needs an improvement. So this is where I think not only are we helping them to come up with some great and breakthrough ideas, we are also telling them to make a pivot and make an improvement in the ideas, which is so important today. And that is where they fail. That is where they're not able to actually create some successful startups. So that is the power of the whole package. I think Dr. Rajaya has left or he's got disconnected.
Maybe he has got disconnected due to some signal issue.
Yeah. Okay. But so this is basically the guided mind map that we have. Now, I mean, next, I need to create a design. I need some ideas for my design thinking and design innovations. So you can see that all the principles of design are here on the screen. And the guided mind map, for example, one principle is the principle of combine. How do I combine products? The examples are given on the nodes, right? The Swiss Army knife, for example, the laptop and a tablet hybrid, how can I combine two processes? How can I combine two technologies? And if I have any idea, the moment I get stimulated, I say, this is my idea of combining two technologies. Or two materials for that matter of fact. Anything which is two. So I can go back from the combine, and if there is an idea that I have about eliminating, if you typically ask a student to come up with an idea to eliminate things, he will not be able to provide you. But if you say eliminate the harmful effects, so how do you make it chemical free or carbon free or pesticide free, hazard free toys, hazard free construction materials? You see, the whole mind really opens up. He knows that this is where I think I need to innovate now. And if you want to say that, okay, you eliminate few people, the moment you see the list, there is a complete list given over here, which is the pizza vending machine, the automated sushi machines, the kitchen appliances. All these are basically eliminating people from the whole place, scarce materials. How can you eliminate scarce materials or even eliminate the original products which are there in the market? So the whole platform at every stage, of principle, it is guiding the students to create some breakthrough innovations and the ideas. And the innovations in smart categories today. The whole world is moving towards smart. So everything that you want to know on the smart. So for example, smart automobiles, smart cities, smart healthcare. And if I want to create something in smart automobiles, I can simply click on the mind map. So here you can see there are so many branches that we have provided. And the student can actually go and think about the ideas on all these areas. Now, the EV kilometer anxiety is a very big anxiety that we have today. What is required to actually, remove that? So the student, the moment he clicks on a branch, the fuel efficiency of a car, the weight can be increased. So you can see that there are so many dimensions of a fuel efficiency today. So this is basically the whole power of the mind map that we provide to them on any kind of a technology. If you want to innovate today, let us say on agriculture, it opens up so many possibilities for the students to create new innovations. So you can see the Edtech applications will be having so many ideas over here. So if you want to increase something which is about the shelf life, what is needed to be done? So at every stage, the student actually gets the new ideas for innovation, which is so important. And not just that, to develop a business model. How can we create a new business model for the idea that we have? So what's going to be my value creation strategy? How is it that I'm going to price them? So my pricing depends on the markets and the customers and the pricing that they charge. So how can we identify that? How can we create the pricing models? How can we create the revenue models? So I can select the revenue models if I have to, based on service or licensing or commission or a combination of all that. I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So at every stage, what I'm saying is, at every stage, what should be my operating model? Will it be franchising? So I can certainly think of a franchising model or a B2B model and a B2C model. So I can select from the various options which are given to me. Because the students do not really know how to commercialize. And that is where I think these guided mind maps are helping them to come up with the powerful ideas. Not only that, I mean, they really fail at go-to-market strategies. They really don't know how to market their products. So the video explains to them what is to be done. But very important is the kind of the campaign that they've created. How are they positioning their brands? what is their, is it a price-based strategy or a quality-based or a convenience-based strategy? When you talk about an effective communication, the pain points that the customers have and the way they resonate with them, the customer segmentation, even the big companies, they fail there. So what kind of a segmentation do they have for their products? The Tata Nano failed because it went to a tier 1 city. It was supposed to be meant for a tier 3 city. So very important for the students to figure out every aspect of a go-to-market strategy and, work out. And then the biggest problem for any startup today is the funding. And here is, where we connect them with all the corporate venturing companies who are far better than the traditional venture capitalists. So imagine whether he's in healthcare or FMCG or energy or robotics, whichever, if he's got an automotive idea, or let us say, an idea in the healthcare, he can click on the healthcare. And can you believe it that, there are 44, corporate venturing companies who are funding the next startups, and they're competing with each other to actually scout for that idea which your student has created. And on the other hand, our students are struggling to get the money. They don't know where to go. So all these companies are the corporate venturing companies, and you can simply go over there and, click and see the kind of platforms they have created to fund, your startups. So this is, I think, the very, very big part of the whole platform that we provide, to the students. Now, if he has any kind of an idea in the automotive sector today, you can see that, there are so many companies who have created. You can see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
There are so many companies, corporate venturing companies, who have created their own venture capital. Now, the student has got any idea, he can submit the pitch deck directly to him. The possibilities of getting the funding is not one, but there are hundreds and hundreds of possibilities that we have created. So not only does it, enable you to create transform a great idea into a viable business, but then after you have done that, how do we enable you to raise the money from the market is one of the biggest questions that we have. We told you about the 3D idea generators. So the 3D idea generators, they're a very novel tool which enables the students to create new permutations and combinations of ideas. So you can shuffle it, create new permutation and combination. How do we make something new and simple, different by combining two different technologies? How do we make it self-driven? So the best part is that the 3D idea generator, you can shuffle it, and it is programmed for a 20 times of automatic shuffle, and give your competition to the students, because there's a timer on top, and tell them to create new permutation and combination of ideas. So all these tools, basically, this is the World Innovation Network that we told you, connected with all the corporate accelerators and the corporate venturing companies. You can see there are 400 corporate venturing companies in every sector. So you can, 40 for energy, and 30 for agriculture. So your student having any idea today, he knows where should I go for scaling up my idea. So that is actually the power of the entire package. And not just the corporate venturing companies, even the corporate accelerators who are really helping to scale up the idea of the student. A venture company will come when, you have the, let us say, a startup ready. But a accelerator will come to you even when a student has got an idea. So let us say if I have an idea in the automotive field today, I can go to Open Bosch, and where are they helping me? They're helping me. They buy my idea at a proof of concept stage. But your students are not aware about it. Where should I go if I have a great idea? Where can I test my idea? Where can I learn? Speed, network, and scale. These are big challenges. And imagine that, these kind of accelerators, they are providing you with all those kind of support to the student who has come up with an idea. I mean, this is, for example, the Honda accelerator. They're only asking the students to dream faster. And they're offering all kinds of investment and partnership and telling you the kind of areas, that you should focus on. This is very, very important. So while they say that, we focus on mobility, they can use our guided mind map. For robotics, they can use our robotics mind map. So this is the power of the whole package. And this is not just one sector. I mean, your accelerators in the energy companies, for example, how these companies are, partnering with entrepreneurs at such a young age and providing them with all kinds of support, even at an early, unproven stage of ideas where no venture capitalist will come. So they say that we work with the unproven early stage of ideas. I think that's the power, that the whole system, which was completely disconnected, is now completely connected. So accelerators in chemicals and consumer electronics in every industry are provided to you for you to connect. And of course, the Indian companies too. The whole of Aditya Birla Group, which we converted into the Open Innovation Organization. The whole of Tata Group, Maruti Mail, how can you connect with Maruti and their platform, because they're providing all the support to the students for digital innovations. The way that you can connect with Vedanta or GeoNext or GMR Innovex. Your student having an idea in the airport industry today doesn't know what to do. But here is the company which is helping you by giving them the ecosystem exposure, mentoring, and also the funding. And imagine that, this kind of a platform having hundreds and hundreds of these companies providing all the support at every stage. I think this is where our system is closed, that, our students are not able to get any kind of a good support from the external world. And not only do we help them to create an idea, create a viable business, create a viable innovation, test it out, but even to market that, to scale up for getting their funding. So I hope this would have given you some bit of, information about the package that we have.
No, no, sir, not some information. You gave me enough information, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, your presentation was absolutely well, and you gave me enough information about each and every tool presented in the tools. Thank you. Definitely, it would be very helpful to the students who ever involved or who are really want to test and commercialize their ideas and commercialize their startups. I hope we will continue our journey.
Sure. And
yeah, please go ahead, sir.
yeah, I just want to tell you that we have now added, the industry mind maps also in this whole list, which is very, very important, because many of the students, will be actually going for the jobs. And so these new mind maps which are there will help them even to get, the jobs. I mean, the industry-driven growth. For example, how do we basically create innovation-driven growth for every industry? Because they are also stagnating. So all the mind maps have been created. Let us say the cement industry, for example, how the student can guide them. So especially when it comes to, these students, going for their jobs in the future, and if they can guide these industries, what kind of innovative cement is being developed in the world, how these companies can develop those cements, how many companies are moving into the prefab structures, when it comes to the commercial accommodations, to the residential accommodations, right? I think many of these students are going to be giving them some great ideas. How is it that the mining waste can be used, in their various processes? So we have created the mind maps for every sector, because students who are joining that industry today, they will get benefit from the value creation this student brings in. right?
Oh,
So this is something, which is really amazing that we have done, because we realize that innovation, not only for the purpose of startup, but innovation, these 90% of the students will be taking up jobs.
yes, yes,
If
yes.
they're trained in these tools,
Yeah.
how it will basically help the students to,
Mm.
enable these organizations to grow in the future, right?
Definitely, definitely.
This is something, which is extremely important.
And
And
the students also
yeah,
look into other aspects rather than getting job
correct,
by
correct,
seeing all these things.
correct. They would be able to see,
Yeah.
the kind of, improvements that
Yes.
these, students can make to their, and how innovative these students are. So supposing someone is joining the petroleum industry today,
Yeah.
the whole focus, what is the carbon capture and storage focus, the energy storage focus, the focus that these companies should have, not only on the oil, but actually to develop an infrastructure for the electrical vehicles, is the future market,
Yes. Yes.
right? So you can
Yes.
see, this is the power of the package. We
Oh,
have not only created for the students who want to become entrepreneurs, we have created this for the students, a large section of community. Today, the industry is stagnating. They also
yeah.
need new ideas.
Yes.
So the students, when the company finds that the students are so innovative, their compensation package actually increases, and
Obviously.
they get the most rewarding career. So this is what was my intention, just to tell you that this is not just confined to a small segment of people who want to innovate and become entrepreneurs, but skill development and developing innovation potential, both for the academia and both for the industry. So you can even take the co-innovation projects. You can work hand in hand with
Okay.
various industries. So this is the power of the package. And while this is market-driven growth, there is a separate set of mind map for, the technology-driven growth. So every mind map, basically, let us say in the construction industry, how is it that you can create new technologies or industry 4.0?
Mhm.
So while one mind map is about the market-driven growth, this is about basically the technology-driven growth.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of work has been done, a lot of, resources and expertise that we provide. You can provide this as a facility,
Yeah.
uh,
Obviously.
as a resource, to most of the people who come to the ACIC, ASIIC, and even to provide to all the students. I would say you have got 5,000 students. Imagine what they are going to create if they get something like this.
Obviously. Right now we can't. Suppose if people are aware of all these facilities,
Yeah,
definitely their the way of thinking, the way of moving towards a particular problem or solution definitely may change.
yeah.
Maybe improvised. Uh, Definitely, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation and excellent tool for us. I'll discuss with the higher administrative people as well as management.
Sure.
Uh,
Do you want me to send you any kind of a proposal?
Proposal means
The the commercial,
financial.
yeah, the
Yeah,
commercial
commercial.
proposal, let us say, for all the, like, we are very transparent
Yeah.
for the entire CBIT institution, all the students, faculty, and their ACIC.
Mm.
We had given them a proposal for about 5 lakhs.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
all the students, and I mean, let us say you have got 5,000 students.
Yes.
All the 5,000 students will be able to access this with your ACIC. So which
Okay.
means that it just comes to how much? If you have 5,000 students, it's about 100 rupees per student, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is a lifelong cost.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
We are that reasonable.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay, we don't charge any renewals from you, but we update you.
Oh.
You can recover 1,000 rupees or 500 rupees from every student for providing this tool. So if you have 5,000 students, you can easily generate innovation fund of 50 lakhs of rupees per year. On every
Yes.
year, you can generate that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That is the business model we have.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sure.
and since you are autonomous, you can
Yeah.
also introduce MBA program with innovation and entrepreneurship by providing these tools.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you can generate a lot of revenues. This is what I'm saying. So
Okay.
if you want, I can send you the commercial proposal,
Yeah.
and you can then, along with the video that we have created today, right,
Okay.
you can discuss and then you let me know.
Sure, sir. Definitely, definitely.
Right.
So you please send the commercial model along with this video.
Yes.
I will speak to the administrative people as well as management
Yes.
and let you know the status of it.
Yeah. One is the revenue part. The second is that for developing innovation culture and competency in 5,000 students,
Yeah.
you don't need to recruit or hire any additional faculty.
Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
the biggest advantage. We have automated the entire processes.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes,
I will,
understood.
yeah. So I will say,
And here, yeah, the information provided from almost all the sectors.
every
So
sector.
so suppose if you want to recruit, we need to recruit multiple people to specialize in multiple sectors. Rather, it is one place which provides all expertise for all sorts of students.
Exactly. Now you see, I don't have any expertise in my institution for a mining industry.
Yeah.
But how can I, innovate in a mining industry? I have been able to create this because we have done the consultancy for a mining company.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the most important thing is the advanced exploration techniques, use of the advanced technologies to improve the exploration success rates.
Okay.
If somebody can come up with this idea,
Hmm.
this is going to be $1 billion idea, not only for India, but for the whole world.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, the sustainable mining practices are missing. So
Oh.
how do you reduce the environmental impact? Because they create huge CO2 impact.
Yes. Yes. I understood.
Okay, because I don't have a mining expert in my company,
Of
right?
course.
The carbon capture, how it can happen.
Yes.
The safe mining technologies, because they meet so many accidents.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we have given you every branch from where,
Yeah.
the ideas for the new industry
Yeah.
can come up.
Here it is a nice place where we can also find problems.
You can find problems. You can
And
also
find the customers where to sell.
absolutely whom to sell.
Yes.
Now,
Yes. I understood exactly. It's
this
a
is
really,
what this is what
wonderful.
this is what is the power of the entire package.
Yes.
So this is what I want to tell you, that let us say uh, the paint industry today, they are having so many issues, and how can they actually create a market driven growth? But first of all, I must know what are the various market segments that a paint industry actually belongs to.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How can I create a solution for a marine industry, which is such a big industry?
Yeah.
So every market segment for the innovation driven growth is provided over here with the kind of the chemicals which the paint industry can use, and the advantages of those particular chemicals. It will be difficult for you to have these professors.
Of course.
Right? The antimicrobial paints, and the way you can use those paints.
Yeah.
A new application of this paint can come in. So how to develop this, how to target, whom to target, and what is the market strategy for marketing this particular paint.
Yeah.
You can see the quality of the mind maps, the job that we have done today.
Oh.
It is a one-stop destination for the entire innovation ecosystem.
That's what I told. You really did fantastic job, sir. And there might be lot of hard work behind it. I think so, and lot of efforts from a lot of people. I think so that's what I understood from these tools.
Yes.
So definitely it will be helpful to our students. Thank you once again. Thank you so much. I'll come back to you after receiving your mail.
Sure. I will send the proposal and look forward. Thank you for your valuable time. It was wonderful to interact with you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All the best. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.